Welcome to Chapter 5 of Class 9 Science, the fundamental unit of life. In this fascinating chapter, we'll explore the microscopic world of cells, the basic building blocks of all living organisms. We'll journey through the history of cell discovery, learn about different cell types, examine cell structures and organelles, understand how substances move across cell membranes, and discover how cells divide to create new life. Get ready to become a cell biologist as we uncover the secrets of life at its most fundamental level. Let's begin with the discovery of the cell. In 1665, Robert Hooke examined a thin slice of cork under his microscope and observed tiny compartments that reminded him of the small rooms in monasteries, which he called cells. This chance observation marked the beginning of cell biology. Later scientists built upon Hooke's work, with Leeuwenhoek discovering free-living cells, Brown discovering the nucleus, and Purkinje naming the protoplasm. The cell theory, developed by Schleiden, Schwann, and Virchow, established that all living organisms are composed of cells. The cell is the basic unit of life, and all cells come from pre-existing cells. This theory unified biology and remains fundamental to our understanding of life. Now let's become microscopists ourselves by observing onion peel cells. This simple experiment allows us to see plant cells clearly. We peel the thin epidermis from an onion, place it in water to prevent drying, stain it with safranin to enhance visibility, and observe under a microscope. What we see are rectangular cells arranged like bricks in a wall, each with a clearly visible nucleus. The cell wall provides structural support, the cell membrane controls what enters and leaves, the nucleus acts as the control center, and the cytoplasm contains various organelles. Staining is crucial because most cells are transparent and difficult to see without enhancement. Let's explore the diversity of cells by comparing unicellular and multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms, like amoeba and bacteria, consist of just one cell that performs all life functions. These microscopic organisms interact directly with their environment. Multicellular organisms, like plants and animals, consist of many cells that specialize in different functions. This division of labor allows for complex organization. Nerve cells transmit signals, muscle cells contract for movement, blood cells transport oxygen, and so on. Despite their different shapes and functions, all cells share basic characteristics and come from pre-existing cells. Now let's examine the basic structure of cells. Every cell has three fundamental components: the plasma membrane that acts as a protective barrier and gatekeeper, the nucleus that serves as the control center containing genetic material, and the cytoplasm where organelles are suspended in a fluid matrix. Cells are classified as prokaryotic or eukaryotic based on whether they have a true nucleus. Prokaryotic cells, like bacteria, lack a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Eukaryotic cells, found in plants, animals, and fungi, have a true nucleus and various membrane-bound organelles that perform specialized functions. Let's compare plant and animal cells, the two major types of eukaryotic cells. Plant cells have a rigid cell wall made of cellulose that provides structural support, large central vacuoles that store water and maintain turgor pressure, and chloroplasts that enable photosynthesis. Animal cells lack these features but have centrioles that help in cell division and more flexible membranes that allow shape changes. These structural differences reflect their different lifestyles. Plants are stationary and make their own food through photosynthesis, while animals move and consume food. Observing human cheek cells under a microscope reveals irregularly shaped cells quite different from the rectangular onion cells. Now let's explore the specialized organelles within cells, the tiny organs that perform specific functions. Mitochondria are the powerhouses that produce energy through cellular respiration. The endoplasmic reticulum is a transport network, with rough involved in protein synthesis and smooth in lipid synthesis. The Golgi apparatus modifies, sorts, and packages proteins for secretion. Lysosomes contain digestive enzymes that break down materials. Ribosomes synthesize proteins, while chloroplasts in plant cells conduct photosynthesis. Each organelle has a specific structure and function, working together to keep the cell alive and functioning. Let's understand how substances move across cell membranes through diffusion and osmosis. Diffusion is the natural movement of particles from areas of higher concentration to lower concentration until evenly distributed, like perfume spreading in a room. Osmosis is a special case of diffusion involving water movement through a semi-permeable membrane. When cells are placed in different solutions, osmosis causes changes. In hypotonic solutions, water enters cells causing swelling. In isotonic solutions, no net water movement occurs. In hypertonic solutions, water leaves cells causing shrinkage. These processes explain many biological phenomena, from water absorption in plant roots to the danger of drinking seawater. Finally, let's explore cell division through mitosis, the process by which cells multiply for growth and repair. Mitosis consists of four main stages: prophase, where chromosomes condense and the nuclear membrane disappears; metaphase, where chromosomes align at the equator; anaphase, where chromosomes separate to opposite poles; and telophase, where nuclear membranes reform and cell division completes. This process produces two identical daughter cells from one parent cell, ensuring genetic consistency. Cell division is essential for growth, from a single fertilized egg to a complex organism, and for replacing damaged or dead cells throughout life. As we conclude this chapter, let's review the key concepts and their importance. We've learned about cell discovery and the cell theory, examined different cell types and their structures, explored organelle functions, understood membrane transport processes, and studied cell division. Cells are truly the fundamental units of life. Understanding them helps us understand everything from health and disease to growth and evolution. Remember that all life begins with cells, and every living organism, from the smallest bacteria to the largest whale, shares this common foundation. This knowledge opens doors to understanding biology, medicine, and the very nature of life itself.